Good evening, my name is Jake Baugh and this is Demon TV News. As with every year, the freshers have arrived on campus, building their new lives at university and living alone for the first time. The Montfort Students' Union organised a variety of day and night events, including a welcome weekend, Freshers' Flair and a UV Raven Fun Fair which took place at the Leicester City King Power Stadium. Many new students, alongside their second and third year course mates, attended these events around their introductory course talks in the weeks leading up to the start of term. Although the majority of events have now finished, there will still be a few events going on around campus for students to get involved with, such as the poster sale and vintage fair. With the start of term on the 1st of October, first years have had their first taste of their courses, whilst the older students have returned to work on their degrees. We went onto campus to see what they had to say about their lectures so far.
I quite like my lectures so far. It's interesting, it's a different style of learning from like sixth form. It's like I feel closer to my lecturers at times.
Yeah, they're going quite well. I'm enjoying them at least, so that's good.
They're really good. There are many hours, like 2 or 3 hours usually between classes, and they are like our timetable is really lightweight, so it's good so far.
They're going good. There have been a bit problems in the timetable, but it's all right now.
They're going all right. I've been enjoying them, and it's pretty much just introductions at the moment. But yeah, it's pretty easy to find them, and they're going okay.
They're going all right. It's just introductions at the moment, so there's not really that much to talk about. So
they're going well.
They're going good so far. They're much better than at A levels. They're more to the point. They're not as vague, so it's easier to take notes and learn from that instead.
Meanwhile, earlier this week, a man appeared before court charged with attempted murder of a Leicester police officer. There was also a further allegation of dangerous driving. This relates to an incident which occurred Friday morning on Bradbourne Road, where a police officer tried to stop a car. He was hit by the car and went to hospital with serious injuries. The magistrate dealing with it said the case was far too dangerous and needed to be passed on to a Crown Court judge. An additional 2 men were arrested and released from custody, but are still under investigation. In other news, a Banksy painting has self-destructed in an auction house, moments after selling for over £1 million. The piece, Girl with a Balloon, was shredded by a remotely operated device in the frame and came out in pieces. Banksy explained himself on Instagram, quoting Picasso to justify his actions. The urge to destroy is also a creative urge. A video was also released revealing that the shredding device was built into the frame of the artwork years ago. It remains unclear how the shredder was activated. What is clear, however, is that the Banksy camp was aware of this, as they requested an unusually high amount of secured seats. Onlookers reported seeing at least one of these people filming the incident. This is likely to be the person who took the footage later used in the video that Banksy posted. Alex Branchick, the auction house Sotheby's senior director, responded to the matter. "We just got Banksy'd." The stunt was then described as absolutely brilliant by John Brandler, director of Brandler Art Galleries. Sotheby's said it's now in discussion with the buyer, as it's still unclear as to whether the purchase still stands. Whether the price of the art is worth more now or is ruined is still undecided. Mr. Brandler suggests that an artwork like this usually becomes pricier after receiving this much publicity. Meanwhile, the entire lead roof of a Grade 1 listed 14th century church has been stolen. According to the police, around 20 tonnes were taken from the roof of All Saints Church in Bedfordshire over a long period of time. The thieves also damaged pillars and stonework as a result. The theft was discovered early last week, as daylight could be seen throughout the ceiling and rubble was found on the ground. It is likely that the thieves drove in trucks or vans and posed as tradesmen so that they were able to transport scaffolding or ladders without raising suspicions. The Harvest Fest and a wedding, which were planned to be held at the church, will still go ahead. Stealing lead or other metals from a church roof is not an uncommon practice. Last month, a church in Lindsay was robbed of a huge amount of lead and metal from the rooftops. Earlier in September, another church in the Mildenhall area had lead stolen from their roof. Now it's over to Joe Tobin for the sports news.
The biggest story from the weekend was from the UFC fight between the notorious Conor McGregor and the Eagle Kabib Nurmagomedov, which Kabib won in the 4th round with a rear choke. However, that wasn't the end of the evening's events. After the fight, Kabib launched an assault on Connor's ringside team, and both fighters and their teams had to be escorted out by security. Kabib later apologised for his actions, saying they were motivated by comments Connor made about his father and country. Kabib was also motivated by the Irishman's attack on his team bus months ago in Brooklyn, where Connor threw a steel dolly through the window of the bus. The fallout from UFC 229 may result in Kabib getting stripped of the lightweight title and handed a lengthy suspension by the Nevada State Athletics Commission. In football, the highly anticipated match of the weekend, Liverpool versus Man City, ended in a goalless draw, with former Leicester City player Riyad Mahrez missing from the penalty spot. The game of the weekend has to go to Man United versus Newcastle, which Manchester United made a great escape, coming from 2 goals down and winning 3-2. Alexis Sanchez scored the winning goal alongside a goal from Anthony Martial and Juan Mata. With Jose Mourinho's job in the air, it was a much-needed win for the Red Devils, who had a lacklustre start to the Premier League. And back to Jake for entertainment.
Thank you, Joe. And finally, entertainment. Just as we were getting used to his controversial tweets, Kanye West has disappeared from social media once again. It looks like he deleted his Twitter and Instagram accounts on Saturday night. It's thought to have sparked from when the rapper, who now wants to be referred to as Ye, came under controversy for saying that the 13th Amendment of the US Constitution, which brought an end to slavery, should be abolished. This isn't the first time that Kanye has removed his social media accounts. It was only in April that he returned to Twitter after a year-long absence. Meanwhile, Taylor Swift has made history at this year's American Music Awards. The singer was only 3 wins away from breaking Whitney Houston's record for the most American Music Awards won by a female artist. In her lifetime, Houston won 21 AMAs and Swift had 19. She was nominated for 4 categories: Artist of the Year, Favourite Pop/Rock Female Artist, Favourite Pop/Rock Album for Reputation, and Tour of the Year for the Reputation Stadium Tour. Swift won all 4 of these, beating Houston's record. The American Music Awards aired in the UK on the 10th of October. Swift used her speech as a chance to thank her fans, as it represents encouragement and motivation for me to be better, work harder, and try and make you guys proud as much as I can. Well, that's all for the news at DMU, the UK and beyond. If you've got any more stories you want to see covered, let us know in the comments. But for now, I've been Jake Baugh, this has been Demon TV, and we'll see you next time.